Dear students, today we will discuss about the various string handling functions or various inbuilt functions that is already available within the C language. Now, what are the uses of these string handling functions? In order to process the various strings that are already entered in the character array or string, if you want to do some processing like just reverse the character array, or just check for palindrome or not, or just count the number of characters, just like special type of characters, and all these are related to the various operations belongs to the character array or the string. Now we are having some easier mechanism for doing all these by having some inbuilt string handling function. Now first thing is, we are not having any functions, predefined function that are not directly available within stdio.h. So for handling all these string handling or for using all these string handling functions, we need to include a header file called as string.h. So just like #include stdio.h, we need to include #include string.h if we are using some string handling functions, predefined functions. These predefined functions are having some special meanings. Each of these functions are used for some particular purpose, so that can be used for only for those purposes, and if you want to use that, it must be, that means this header file must be included. Otherwise we cannot have the access to the given string handling functions. Now let us see what are the various string handling functions available for character arrays. Now first of all, let us see, we will list out the names and the primary usage of that. Then we will see in detail about all these string handling functions with some simple examples. Now the major string handling functions are, first one is strlen. Just listen to the function strlen. All the letters are small letters. C language is case sensitive, so we need to be very careful about the names of functions. It is to be given, it is to be used as it is given in the library. So strlen, it is a function, that is why we are having a pair of parentheses here. That is indication of saying this as a function. So strlen is a function that is used to find the length of a string, to find the length of a string. So if I am typing my name, what is the length, how many characters are present in that particular name. So we will see that in later soon. strcpy, that is another important function that is used to copy one string into another string, to copy the content present in one string into another string variable. So if you are having two string and one string we are having a value. Now if you want to use the same value for the second string, we can simply copy that by using strcpy. Then strcat, that is another important string handling function that is called as concatenation. It concatenates two strings. So what is the meaning of concatenation? The meaning is simple. It just want to join two strings. If you are having two different strings available and that is to be joined for some purpose, okay, so join means that is to be joined together as a single string. There we can use the predefined function called as strcat. Now we are having strcmp. strcmp, if we want to compare two string, if we want to compare two different string, whether they are equal, so not only for equal, we are checking for less than and greater than. That depends on the alphabetical order and all. So that is done by using the method called as, or the function called as strcmp, string comparison. Okay, now this is actually used for string comparison. strcmp directly is used for comparing the two strings. That means by checking the cases exactly the same or not. If two strings are exactly the same, means they are checking for cases also. If the strings are having upper cases, it will check whether both strings are having the same upper cases. If they are using small, then it will be checking for, comparing for whether these two are using small letters. Okay, so exactly it is same or not, they are comparing. Now we are having a different format of strcmp. We are using another function called as strcmpi. This I indicates case insensitive checking. That is the opposite of this. So for example, if a name is given, friend, friend in capital letter for string 1, and friend as a string in a second variable string 2. Now if we are comparing these two, it will be checking for only the spelling, not for the case. Now if it is a capital or small letter, both name seems to be same. So it is a comparison checking based on case insensitive. That means case is not an important one. Okay, now strlwr, that is lwr indicates lower. It converts a given string into lowercase. Okay, now strupr, upr indicates upper, a string to be converted into uppercase. So these are the major string handling functions available within string.h library. Okay, now we'll see in detail. We have some comparison and we will see some examples related to these string handling functions. First one is strlen. Now look at strlen. As I have already mentioned, strlen is used for finding the length of the string. It is used to find the length of the string. Now already we are familiar with another function that is called as size of. In the first module itself, you have seen to check the total size of a particular variable. For example, in the a, if I take size of a, will return 2 because the total size required for that variable a is 2 because it is of integer type. Integer normally takes 2 bytes. Also remember, for some of the compiler, recent compiler, and if they are following some other architecture, now some system, if you are executing this, will be getting 4 bytes. So this size, these bytes, not only depending on the language, it also depends on the underlying architecture also. Just remember that also, because in some tutorials and all, they are giving the size of integer as 4 bytes, but traditionally it is 2 bytes. It depends on the architecture. Also it depends on the compiler. Okay, mainly it is depending on the underlying architecture. So strlen and size of. So if you are having a string variable str, now str, for example, I am giving a string like hello. So strlen of the string variable str, assume that this is str, this is the string, this is not the format of declaration. I am simply written hello as the string variable holds hello. Now strlen, the name itself says that it will return the length of the string, the length of the exact string. So you will be knowing that while storing this string into the memory location, we will be having a /0 also being appended. So every string or character array consists of one more extra location, that is for /0, that we have already seen. Now, but strlen will return only the length of the exact string. strlen will return only the length of the exact string, excluding this /0. Okay. Now, but if we are using size of str, size of str is the string variable for this string hello, it will return. So strlen, here what will be the value we are getting? strlen, the value will be getting 1 2 3 4 5, the exact length of the string. But size of str will actually return the total memory allocated for that string variable, that is equal to 6. Why? Because the total memory is including the /0. So size of will return the size of the type, the character type array, the size of character type array. So why it is given as means 6, you will be knowing that the size of character is 1 byte. Size of character data type is 1 byte. Okay, so that is why we will be having a confusion between these two. Okay, so letter by letter we can call it as 1, then character by character the size is also 1 byte. So size of will read the total size of that string variable. Okay, so if this string is of length 5 and in memory the total size required for storing this hello is 6, but strlen will only count the number of characters, it will not include this /0. Hope it is clear. See the example, we are having a string variable char str is equal to hello world, int len is equal to, I am directly calling the method int len, directly declaring is equal to strlen of str. So strlen of str is this one, str is having hello world, the total length hello world 1 2 3 4 5 6, the space will also be counted 6 7 8 9 10 11. So this len will be having the value 11. Now in this size is equal to size of str, str is hello world, it will be having 11 plus /0, that is 12. So here I am just trying to print value is equal to len into size, just for an operation. Otherwise you can print it separately as len and size. You can print it as separate variables, you can do that also, but here simply len into size, 11 into 12, the value 132 will be printed. Okay, so one important point, the difference between strlen and the size of function. Both are functions. strlen returns the exact size of the str string, then size of returns the total memory required for storing that string. That includes the length of the string plus the special character that is called as /0. Now we'll move to the next one. Next function that is called as strcat. strcat. So we'll directly look into the example, because that example will clearly give a picture about the usage of that function. strcat, as I have already mentioned, this is used for concatenation, combining or joining two different strings into a single. So what is happening is, if you are having string 1 and string 2, and if you are applying strcat between these two, it will be like s1 comma s2, strcat s1 comma s2. Assume that s1 will be having one value, s2 will be having one value. So what is happening is, the s2 string will be joined with s1. s1 is not moving towards s2. s2 will be combined with or joined with s1. Now s1 will be, so s1 string variable will be having the two strings combined together. That is called as string concatenation. See the example here. First thing, char s1 of 10 is equal to hello. We are setting the maximum size. s1 is the first string variable, hello is the first string. Char s2 is equal to s2 of 10 is equal to world, another string. Now strcat s1 comma s2. Now s2 world will be joining with hello. That means s1 string will be modified. s1 string will be modified with this world. Means by including this world, already it is having hello, then world will be joined, and that is assigned to the string variable s1. That will happen implicitly, because this is actually done within this function. The body is already written inside the library. The body is already defined. What is to be done? Just like we are switching on the fan, we are simply putting that switch on. We don't know what is happening, but function will be executing. Similarly, when we call this strcat with the parameters s1 and s2, s2 will be combined with s1, and s1 will be in a new format, that is the joint format. So I'll be printing, after concatenation I'll be printing the value of s1. So after concatenation, s1 will be printing hello world. Hope it is clear. So this is the usage of strcat, string concatenation. That is another important predefined function used in character arrays. Now next one, we'll move to strcpy. strcpy. What is that strcpy? As the name indicates, strcpy indicates, what is that? It copies the string s2 into string s1. So the second parameter string 2 will be copied into the first parameter string 1. So I'll be giving string 1 comma string 2. So second right hand side string will be copied into s1. So s1 or str1 will be getting the value that was there in str2. We are simply copying that. So that will copy including the /0 character. That means the entire string, not only the string part, it will also copy the /0 while copying from one to another string. So now look at one simple example. So here all these example you can see the string.h. Previous case also we are using string.h. So char s1 30 a declaration without giving any value. So we'll be knowing that if you want to have a variable in the h directly, if you don't want to have some value, what we are doing, simply declaring that. Now later what we are doing, h is equal to some value will be assigning, so 10 will be assigned to h. Similarly, we are simply declaring a string variable s1 of size 30. Then I am declaring another string variable s2 with a value hello world. Now after that we are directly applying strcpy s1 comma s2. strcpy s1 comma s2. What will happen? The s2, that means hello world including /0 will be copied into s1. s1 does not consist of anything. Just like here, h does not consist of anything. I am copying or assigning this 10 into the variable. Okay, so between strings copying happens by using strcpy. Some situation we are using assigning one string into another string, we are using strcpy. There is problem with equal to. A string is assigned to another string variable, equal to will create some problem. That is why we are using strcpy. Mostly we are using strcpy. Then we are trying to print the value of s1. So it will print hello world. So it was there with s2, it is simply copied into s1. Now s1 consists of hello world. Okay. Now next one strcmp. So there are some differences here, some additional things to be studied here. It combines two strings and it returns an integer value. So here in our previous built-in functions and all, we didn't have any return. So function normally can have a return. Not all the functions, some other functions will not return any value, but there may be some other functions that will return some value. So strcmp, the specialty is it will return an integer value. So that is by default, it is already defined. If you are calling strcmp with some parameters, strcmp will return a value. It will produce, if I am switching on the fan, I am getting an output there, right? But if something is given back after calling that, after executing that, if something is given back to the input from where it was called, that is called as returning. So it is always returning an integer value. Okay. Now what is this integer value? So based on that integer value, the comparison result will be decided. Based on the integer value that we are getting through the return, we are deciding the comparison result. If both the strings are equal or same, strcmp, if you are using s1 and s2, if they are same, exactly same, then it will return 0. If it gets 0, strcmp returns 0 means the strings are equal. Otherwise, it may return a negative or a positive value. It will return a negative or positive value based on the comparison. So our primary return value is 0. So if we are checking for comparison whether they are equal, two strings are equal, then it depends on the value 0. If it is 0, it is equal, otherwise it is not equal. So otherwise it is not equal to 0 means if they are not equal, means if it is not 0, what is the meaning of that? Let us see that. So before that, this is the syntax strcmp string 1 comma string 2. compares the content of string 1 and string 2. Compares each and every individual characters present in both strings. Okay, now let us see the other points also here. This is very, very important. If string 1 is less than string 2, if string 1 is less than string 2, how one string will be less than the second string? It depends on the, but implicitly it is depending on the order. It depends on the order, alphabetical order. String can also be ordered. So if string 1 is less than string 2, or string 1 is a substring of string 2. What is substring? If you are having two strings, first string and second string, if first string consists of some portions of exactly some portions of string 2, that can be called as substring. That is a part of one string, a portion of one particular string. So if first string is less than second string, or string 1 is a substring of second string, it will return a negative value. So some situation, if you want to order, we will see some example in some examples where we are sorting the names. So far we have seen only sorting of numbers. So sorting of names, how we can sort? We need to have comparison between names. So while comparing, what we are checking? We are checking for the order, alphabetical order. That is how we are ordering our students in our classes, right? So similarly, the different strings to be compared. So first of all, it is checking whether exactly they are equal. Now in a class, you cannot always say that the comparison is always equal. There will be 60 students will be having different names. So we need to have comparison between names, comparison between different names. Based on the comparison, we need to reorder. So if first string is less than second string, or if the first string is a portion or substring of second string, it returns a negative value. Okay, so depends. So just give strcmp, then the result. So strcmp, that comparison result will be assigned into a variable. Then just check the variable, whether that variable is a negative number or a 0. Okay, and next case, the opposite of this, if str1 is greater than str2, it will return a positive value. It will return a positive value. The same thing we can do, compare two strings, then using strcmp, then assign that value into a variable, then check that variable whether it is positive or negative or 0. So these are 3 points. If that value is 0, they are equal. If the value is negative, means first one is less, that means it is the smaller, and string 2 is the higher one. Similarly, if the opposite condition, string 1 is greater than string 2, it will return a positive value. And the last one I have already mentioned, if two strings are equal, it will return a 0. Okay, so these are the 3 comparisons. We are using these concepts for sorting the names. We will see the examples later. Okay, now let us see one example. Related to this strcmp. S1 I am assigning hello, S2 I am assigning world. If strcmp of S1 comma S2 equal to 0, what is the meaning of this statement? If otherwise we can do one thing. After this, we can simply write, we can declare a variable int a, then a is equal to str cmp of s1 comma s2, then semicolon. So just after declaring these two character arrays and with initial values, I can do a is equal to strcmp of s1 comma s2. Then I can write if a is equal to 0. The same thing I have written here. If strcmp of s1 comma s2 equal to 0. The same thing. Hope it is clear. If it is 0, what is the meaning? String 1 and string 2 are equal. Else they are different. So what will be the result of this? They are different. String 1 and 2 are different. If they were equal, it will go to this one. Okay, so strcmp will return an integer value, positive, negative or 0, depending on that whether it is equal, whether it is lesser, or whether it is a higher string value. So that is the usage of strcmp. Now strcmp, I have not given any example for that. It is working on the same format. Only thing is it is checking for case also. Here we are not checking, means it is exactly strcmp exactly checking the case, but strcmpi the same format only, the positive, negative and 0. But the thing is, in the case of strcmpi, it is not strictly looking at the cases. If capital A is in one string, the other side the same location small letter a, that does not make any difference. It will be treated as equal in the case of strcmpi. Okay, so now let us see one more example, that is check whether or display the content of a string into upper and lower case. There also we are using function, right, to convert into uppercase and to lowercase. So string.h is the header file for string handling. So whichever program uses any of these string handling functions, we need to use string.h. This getS does not require string.h, but now whatever functions I have discussed here, the various string handling functions, separately we have given that, right? Not for reading and writing. That is actually getS is in stdio.h, putS is in stdio.h, but these functions strlen, strcmp, strcpy, strcat, strupr, strlwr, all these are actually part of string.h. So I am declaring a character array, char str of 20, enter the string getS str. getS str will read until it reaches a new line or presses enter key. Printf, I am just trying to directly print uppercase string %s, comma strupr of str. That's all. It will directly print that uppercase string. Or else what you can do, you can declare one more string variable is equal to strupr of str. So this string will be converted into uppercase, and that can be assigned to some other thing. Okay, so what is happening is that equal to assignment will create some problem. Now I am not discussing that now. Now this will directly do the string str will be converted into an uppercase string. Similarly, strlwr will convert that string into lowercase. So this is the input hello world. First function strupr will be converted into hello world. Then strlwr will be converting that string into lowercase characters. So all the string handling methods has been discussed. Now this is a very major thing, major portion, where when we do some projects related to strings and all, we always require the usages of these string handling functions. And for the logic creativity, we can do some of the problems without using this string handling function itself. So why we are using this function? Because we want to make the program easier. So as a computer science engineer, we need to study or in some situations how we can resolve the problem without using string handling function itself. That is for creating the logics. So this session is over. Next session we will see some more programs related to the various strings, string handling by using functions, and some other examples without using string handling functions. Thank you.